Hello and welcome to this MECABRICKS animation nodes tutorial. So today we're going to be looking at simple animation of vectors. I'm going to take a brick and have it go round in a square. So this will show you both how to get your bricks moving, but also how then to control their motion. And there's a nice feature within the node which basically allows you to combine the vectors together, which is something I didn't realize until I tried it. So let's dive in. We've got our piece that we're going to animate, which is this lovely love heart. Okay, so then we go into animation nodes over here. So we're going to do this over 200 frames. And our first thing to do is get the value in of the frame, so under animation frame. Now, if you've never used this before, you can place viewers on nodes. Basically, all this does is when you press play, it outputs the frame number. Okay? You can use that increasing frame number to drive your animation. Then in nodes, vector, vector maths. Animate vector. Okay, so we know that frame is an ever increasing number based on the frame. And then if we put the viewer on the time coming out of the animate vector, you will see that it is representative of the time that's left based on the duration here. So it's effectively the negative. So we've got 4 sides, so we're going to go for 50 frames. And what we're going to do is we're going to move along the z-axis for 50 frames. Okay, nothing happens. Why not? Well, because we haven't linked it to an object yet. So objects transform output. Doing it on the x-axis. Feed the vector into location. Pick our object. Okay, doesn't work because I've picked X over here. See, I'm trying to move on the Z. There we go. That's our first side of the square. Then we need another animate vector node. Take the time out, put it into the next vector. And then here we are going to go along X. Move 50, 450 frames. And then ideally you'd want to put this vector into here, but you can't do that because you can only have one at a time. You can see I put the X vector in, away it goes from frame 50. But how do you get both vectors fed in? Well, this is the bit that I learnt the hard way, which is under nodes vector math. What you can do is you can add 2 vectors together. You'd think that that might double things up, but it doesn't. What it does, if they, it basically just adds all the XY values together from the two vectors. So first vector here, second vector here, and then this vector goes into your location, gives you your second side. Okay, that's the clever bit. So now we want to animate the third side. So Control C, Control V, copy and paste. Time out of the second animate vector into the third. Duration is 50. Time we're going to go minus 50 on the Z. Go back the other way. And again, we've got this problem of where do we feed our vector? We can't, if I feed just that one in, then I'll get nothing for 100 frames. And then it'll complete the third side. Okay. So the way that, again, we deal with that, you can only add two vectors with that vector mass. But if you think about it, you can bring up vector mass. You can bring your existing values in, which is the first two added together. And the third one, then bring that vector down onto your object. So then you've got three sides. Okay. And then for the final side, copy and paste. Fourth vector, again, connect the time. This time we'll be going minus 50 on the X. And you've guessed it, you've got to add the vectors together. So copy and paste the vector mass. Value goes in there. There. A little bit of room here so you can see everything. Add that in. There's our four sides. X50, sorry, Z50, blue, followed by X50, by Z minus 50, by X minus 50. Something clever you can do with this. So you wanted an object following that. So if we take a tile, then what we can do is we can hijack, create a little bit more space. We've got our vector for our heart coming out here into this transform output. So we have another transform output. Feed that vector in, select the tile, then it follows it. But what if you wanted to offset it? What you can do, you can adjust this vector before it's fed into the tile. So you do vector mass, that vector into here, stick with the add, stick with the add. What you can do now is you can create, not on the Y because we haven't got Y, create an offset, 10 each way. So they're using exactly the same calculation, but they're occupying a different point in space. Quite clever. And you can do all kinds of things with that. But that's just a basic tutorial of how to use the animate vector node. Hopefully you found that useful. Thank you.